Hello,
No, consume.
everybody. Hello. It's us again, here to do the
Woohoo!
shenanigans. I am joined. Right now we're at the chatting screen. Because we are hoping that our dear friend Tenebrae's internet, wherever he will be tonight, will be stable enough for him to join us. Our other player Zoe has stepped up. Oh no, not stepped up. Jesus, I was reading something at the same time. Stepped out tonight because unfortunately he had a significant amount of overtime and wound up giving himself a big ouchie um, at work. So he's just kind of he's taken the night off, which is fine. And then like, why is my Fuji not reacting? Here, why don't you talk real quick?
Talk real quick.
Banana phone?
Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh y'all. I'm gonna refresh myself. I wonder if it's because I had to close Discord or not.
Oh
Okay,
man, what's that stuck to?
that's weird. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, why is it? Oh, why are you shouting me on my own channel, Cass? Oh no, it's this clip. Bop, 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 bop. It cut off right there. Why did it cut off right there? It just cut off with his entrance music and then nothing else. Oh, jeez. I want to understand why the Fujis aren't working. That's really annoying. Hold on, let me see if I jump channels real fast. Maybe that'll fix it. There it is. Aha! I fixed it. I just had to jump channels. It's fine. I fixed it.
You broke everything, though.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn. Well, apparently I'm a disgrace. I'll just go to my corner now. Just fucking... I'll go disappear into the ether.
Yeah, go into your baby corner.
Can't believe you would do something like that.
Why? Why is that so hard for you to believe?
You're right. Let's see if this works. There it is. Yeah. It's Alex's birthday today, so I decided to shout him out in the stream.
Oh.
Yay.
It's like his third stream, and it's his birthday, and he's doing an amazing job.
He's a real
Woohoo!
baby.
All right, that's a whole thing.
I have adopted him.
Yes.
Semi-forcefully.
Semi-formally.
I don't forcefully.
that checks.
Why would I ask permission, you know?
That's very fair. That's very fair. Yeah, so we're just basically trying to see if Tenebrae will show up. Otherwise, we will find something else goofy to do. So right now, we're kind of just getting our build up together, making sure everything's kind of nice put together. Like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my mood lighting, because I was not actually fist fighting my children, but fucking close.
No, I could believe it. They were
I mean,
trying to usurp you again, weren't they?
probably. Trying and failing miserably. I gotta use the talking stick. There we go. Talking stick.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Banana?
No.
Banana phone.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
So, how are you liking your closet office, Kaz?
It is a closet office.
Very good. Besides you breaking the chair with your ass.
I literally only sat in it for like 3 hours, too.
Did she? It was a catastrophe.
Heather.
I cannot believe you've done this.
I cannot believe
Well, I mean, it was
you've done this.
it was better than saying it was an catastrophe.
You know what? You got me.
Listen, I have a CDL for this dump truck, but that does not mean that my chair can handle me parking it.
Says the gremlin that won't drive.
Listen. I get
Oh,
anxious.
you get anxious? I get anxious when you're being a dingus. And then Tammy with the new emotes. Oh, I love the new rune emotes. They're fantastic.
Oh, wait a minute. How are those so?
How they so what?
Big? Gigantify.
Do the gigantify thing for biddies.
Oh. Okay.
Tammy also designed Rune's entirely new PNG. Has been instrumental in making a bunch of emotes for a number of other creators, including like Sean the Lombax, Carrie. I don't think I don't know if you've done one for Quinn yet, but I'm pretty sure you are. They've made some for Kai. They've made one for myself. They have been on a goddamn roll since they first started really cracking out stuff. Like the one they made for me is amazing. Get that out of the way. There you go. Postal emotes I've made, yeah. Like they made me that one. It's pretty amazing. I love it. But they've been on a ham roll. They've been cracking it out, doing an amazing job. A plus all the way around. I think for Sean they made like 14. Like it was insane.
Oh no, my heaty pad thingy doesn't want to stay.
Oh,
Let's see if I can message him real quick.
I need to potentially make Kit Kat absolutely scream because I've been hiding something from her.
What?
And she's going to be very, very upset with me. And the fact that I'm releasing this to her and showing her live on stream, knowing she won't be able to fully react to it completely, is just the icing on the cake.
What did you do?
That's
Do you really
amazing,
want to know?
Tammy. So Tammy, let's see. That
No, I
is
want you to dangle the fucking carrot
1,
in
2,
front of
3,
me.
Okay.
6, 9,
Uma.
12, 15, 18.
What?
Damn, 18 emotes on Twitch so far. They've made in like 3 weeks.
Oh, those are super cute.
Yeah. They just started messing with Procreate and they've been just cranking them out. It's insane. It's insane work across the board.
Holy shit, I may need to. Okay, who did these? And
Ironside 1998. Tammy, the one that's in chat right now.
You're so cute.
I need to talk to you about commissions, Tammy. That's fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, Grim, I gotta show you. I gotta show you. I got a new stuffy.
Oh, geez.
Show you a picture.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Eh, eh,
Heather, what did you do?
eh. There it goes. I clicked buttons. Finished clicking buttons. Done 21 drawings and 11 to go. Jesus, Tammy. Insanity. Why is it just the novel stuffy behind your monitor? That's silly. Very silly. I'm here for it. So, yes. I messaged him to see if he's made it there safely. I haven't heard back from him yet. And so, when we hear from him or see him, we'll kind of go from there. So what we'll do real quick is just to get the ads out of the way. So when we come back, we'll have a full hour to kind of do stuff. Give him a few minutes to kind of jump in if his internet is stable. Make that 14 to go. Damn. Tammy just locking up them orders. Tammy has a Ko-Fi, by the way. Tammy, you should definitely put the Ko-Fi link on your channel page so people can come throw money at you for emotes and other things because you're good at it.
Is Tammy in your Discord?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, she is. She's also on
I don't
Australian time. Just FYI.
That's fine. My friend Woodle is on Australian time, as is my friend Chris. Whoop-de-doo.
Don't whoop-de-doo me. I just want you to be aware. Don't. Did you just. I'm surrounded by brats.
I get fucked.
Get fucked.
Keys.
Keys. Where are my...
So surprise, Kit Kat.
Your motto we done?
Hmm?
Getting your motto we done?
Yep.
Can I not do my clicks from here? I guess not. Lame. Huh. I guess I can't do the ads from here. All right, well then, I guess I have to do my... Oh, let's do... Does Siri have it? Or Siri? No, they do not. I have to set that up later. Okay, dokie. Go to dashboard now. Hey, Zo.
Baseboard.
Stream manager. Clicky button. We'll be back in 3 minutes, everybody. Go ahead and get yourself some water and get yourself ready for the session. We will be back, and hopefully we'll have our third player, and we'll go and jump into this. Otherwise, we'll make a plan in the meantime. See y'all in 3 minutes. Then we're gonna go, yeah. Hold on. They can't hear you quite yet. Now they can hear you.
Apex.
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
I know that voice. I bet you do.
Run.
It calls to me. Run, it's the scary lady.
I haven't said anything.
No, I'm the scary lady.
Their cast is scary because they don't know anything else right now. Oh, is it Bart camera time? Oh, I love Bart Cam. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Bart Cam, 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 Bart Cam,
Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam.
Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam, Bart Cam. So good to see all of you here. Outlaw. Turning off my cursing? How dare you? Nope, go to the floor. There you go. Stay down there. Ah! Go to the floor. Ah! I have to pick up my Bart Cam now. The only downside of the Bart Cam is I have to clean up behind myself. It doesn't just reset. I can just pick it up and eat it again. Harder. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Apex? Just harder.
Harder.
Oh, Mar, you'll show me? You'll show me, Mar?
I'm selling tickets to that.
Are you sure? No, just pleasurable noises in my ears, Cass. Keep going. You got this, Mar.
Yum, yum, yum,
Shut
yum.
up. All right.
Yum, yum, yum,
all right.
yum,
What?
yum, yum,
Oh, I gotta
yum.
see. I gotta see what redeems came in. Oh, I gotta reset my Zoom. All right. I got a drink, a full hydrate, a stretch, and no cursing. You can take me any day. Yeah, I know how you can take me, Mar.
It's
No,
time to
I will
open
not
your
elaborate.
colon.
Thank you, Cass, for elaborating for me.
Yeah, Mar. You can take him.
In a fight,
Take him out
right?
to dinner, and then take him home, and then be thankful that he didn't decide to bring out the attitude adjuster.
Side of Pop-Tarts.
What do you mean? The attitude adjuster is always out. He's got 2 of them. They're called his hands.
No.
No, those are Mar's
Those are
favorite
for-
necklaces.
Those are for gentle correction.
What's the attitude adjuster? Oh, wait, no, is it the crop? That's in my bathroom still.
Secret attitude adjuster. You bet. All right, what's next? Drinkies.
All of a sudden, the sound of a slide racking in the background.
Oh! That's not a riding crop.
Hold on. Oh, no. Where's my attitude adjuster? I know it's around here somewhere. I moved my drawing desk, so I had to move some stuff around. Hold on. I found it. It's fine. Camera, don't you leave me. Thank you for still looking at my head. There you go. There. I found it.
Eyes emoji.
Good evening,
Attitude adjuster.
adventurers.
Heyo.
Why am I getting called out here? Mar, because you are a very good boy.
Bottom.
Fucking timing.
Thank God I wasn't drinking.
And hey, look,
Yeah,
ceiling.
feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. The camera left. Everybody left.
Hello?
Hello.
The power of burb.
Hi.
Hi.
So right now I'm speaking from my phone because my headset that I brought, I forgot the damn dongle for it.
Not
So-
the dongle.
Not the
Yeah, the
dongle.
dongle is a gongle. So how do I sound? Am I
Dongle's
okay?
gongle.
You sound good.
Sound okay.
Okay.
And it's gonna be
If-
up to
if it
your
sounds
comfort. That's honestly gonna be up to your comfort. Is that if you would like to participate in said state, you can. Otherwise, what we can do is that we have a couple other plans for backups, and you can just kind of hang out and be here with us if you so wish. I don't want you to stress out about missing something or not being here when you're at an odd end because of the situation currently.
Mm. I'm okay with anything.
Okay.
I think that you would like to postpone.
I mean, I
Which
wouldn't
makes
mind
sense.
it.
Honestly. Mhm.
I wouldn't mind it because Zoe's not feeling it, and you are, you're away from your house, and it's just a lot of all things happening. So what we may wind up doing
Okay.
is just postpone D&D tonight, just because I don't want anyone to stress out about this. I want everyone to have fun with it, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It happens.
It does. I mean, we've had 5 sessions in a row without a problem. So this being the only first one is not only rare, but also like it's gonna happen eventually. So
You could always do a one-off for any of us.
I mean, we can do a little funny haha. I have my encounter book. I have a plan. I have a
Uh-oh.
plan for you two.
Oh
Uh-oh.
fuck! I opened my mouth.
You did.
Yeah, you did. You did this to me.
Yep, I did.
Out of all the things you could do to me, you did this to me.
I unleashed Grimathy on you.
Shameful, really. Shameful. All right, now that I've gotten that sorted, Dutch has a plan. Dutch always has a plan. Discord can suck my left toe. Wewy, or the suffixly, weem. Now I've heavy drinking and D&D blurbs. The adventure's little known site that is a single letter that rhymes with he. Okay. What are you doing, Apex?
He?
Hi, Rue.
Oh, Apex is listing off sites that you can stream pornographic material on.
Ah, of
Oh,
course.
thank you, Apex.
Yes.
I was looking for some material.
Ha!
Thank you. Thank you, Cass, for clarifying. That's very, very helpful. Appreciate. Big preach. Big preach. Big preach!
You're welcome. It's one of the many services I offer.
Yes, it's one of your services. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well, then, Twin, if you would like to be a part of a little one-off with us, you, by all means, are able to stay and be a part of it. We won't be doing main story stuff tonight. It will still be your same characters. So you don't have to do anything.
Oh no.
There will be no additional work. It's just going to be something
Okay.
different.
Okay.
So,
I'm down.
cool. Perfect. Wonderful.
That-
So, if anyone saw the title of tonight's episode, Terrible Night for a Curse.
Oh my god. Somebody play Bloody Tears.
It's going to rain.
I need to turn my LEDs off blue because it's causing these pages to be the same color. That's unfortunate because I need to read. I know I read. It's strange. I'm a
You don't
nerd.
need to
I
read.
don't need to read.
You don't need to read. Reading is overrated.
Oh, Cass, did you see
I'm
Apex
not
said
reading in my
that
D&D.
was a good girl move you did, picking up the rocket launcher?
Yeah, I know. He
Good
wants me to
girl.
bring the rocket launcher to his office.
Ah, very good. Very good, very good, very good. All right, so let me...
I think he wants me to help with renovating.
Mm.
I mean, renovating with rocket launchers is always fun.
Yeah, I've done it in 7 days.
Yeah, I've been told.
It attracted a screamer, but I dealt with that with the rocket launcher too.
Yeah. Yep.
Proud of you.
Those are all things that have happened that I've been told about that I've just kind of sat there and been like, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. So I have to go to these 2 books. I love these books.
Oh, those are big books.
Yes. So let's look through this one.
I like big books and I cannot lie.
You know.
Damn it! I was gonna say it. You motherfucker.
Ah. Here it is.
So technically I am a motherfucker because Heather and I are both mothers. Because we are both the
Ooh.
mothers to the same child.
Ah,
So
we
we're
love
both
technicalities
motherfuckers.
here.
You're literally mothering.
Yes.
Ah, so we're going to kill the music. I'm going to turn down this background noise in my ears because
Yeah, I'm super fast. My brain goes burr.
I have a plan, Arthur.
Oh, plan!
I
Plan!
have a plan. The plan is simple, delicious even.
An AU where Vaughn's dead.
Just Vaughn has perished. A terrible, terrible thing.
Ah, yes. Now we only have one elf. Understood.
There's
Heather will be
a-
thrilled.
Why is this not? Oh, that's right. I have to floop.
Less elf for Ashlyn to keep track of.
No doubt.
The more troublesome one is still alive, though, unfortunately.
The menace.
Yes.
Is that villains, minions, and their tactics? No, it is the Game Master's Book of Random Encounters and the Game Master's Book of Astonishing Random Tables, along with my roll and play random generator. And then I have some other books over here that I can also use, including a few source books from 3.5, 2E, you know.
You get back into that era, and you know exactly where my mind goes, Grim, and I
Yes.
hate you for it,
Good,
but I love you for it.
good. So first thing that I'm going to do
I'm
is I'm going to
scared.
finish the full hydrate that Tammy redeemed. There. But do you have RAR I'm so random encounter tables for D&D 5e? I don't. I will. I will acquire it.
Rar.
Rawr.
Rawr, I'm so
Rawr.
random.
I'm so random.
Oh my god.
Rawr.
Rawr X3, I'm so random.
I regret everything. Anyway,
No, you don't.
I don't.
You did this to yourself.
I
You love
did.
us.
I did. I did do this to myself. And that's okay. The party is somewhat safe? No.
What?
We're never safe.
Sorry. Gave myself
Those are
the
some
big
good notes.
hiccups.
You should, like, not do that, maybe.
I'll try. God damn it. So,
Oh,
as you all fall asleep one night, during your travels between the different parts of the world you visited, before you went to Duvera, you remember a memory that comes to you. Something that pulls at your thoughts. Though something is different this time. As you all seem to find somewhat familiar figures in these dreams. Ashlyn, most of the time when you dream, it's of heroics. It's of understanding your family history, trying to remember if you are or are not the last, to grow as a fighter to protect the innocent. Some of these are fantasies, mind you, that play through your mind. Otherwise, you dream of simple things, and sometimes the nightmares do return. Within Dariel, your dreams are full of your old home, the gilded treetops, the verdant canopies, the beautiful cityscapes, all playing through your mind as you would walk through the temple streets, along the cobblestones and marble pillars. Those dreams would carry you back to your yonder years of when you were a child, learning the ways of being a cleric, your reason, your ruling, your purpose. Most of the time, at least. Other times it would be of the terror that lies beyond the weave, lie beyond within the nightmares that would spawn from being one so close to it. From the shared visions with Mistra, who would give you tidbits of knowledge beyond your comprehension before simply snatching them away. And then Tenebrae, you of course would dream of a dream of peace, one that you would hopefully find eventually. But of course, your own spectral companion makes it difficult to have such dreams, as you remember every face you passed, every life you have graced and given peace to. Not coming back in a show of horror, but almost in a recollection of effort, of strength, of resilience, of a constitution to continue to do something so strenuous. Tonight was different. You all fell asleep in your own homes, your own camps, with among your own folks. Your family, your friends, other companions, your adventurers, the sound of the moon or the rustling of the leaves. Wherever you were, you fell asleep and dreamed a dream that was both familiar and strange. You would find yourself at what looks to be the postal office. The three of you standing in the same small room, copper keys in hand, as you all step forward to your own little postal boxes. Of course, unlocking them and digging in to find what you're looking for. Thank you, Carson, for the 69 bits. The word rhythm is the longest English word without a vowel. Fantastic. Love to see it. Love to know it.
Why is sometimes a vowel?
It's getting off that soapbox. We're not getting into it right now. So, from each of your postal boxes, you pull out an invitation. And each one reads the same.
Junk mail, into the trash it goes.
No.
It seems to be the only thing in the three of your mailboxes. As you see the two people to your left or right, or just the other ones that are coming to check, is that you feel a familiar pull to them, but you do not know them. Not at this time. The invitation simply reads as follows. You are cordially invited to celebrate the life and legacy of Mallory Gilderoy on the occasion of his 100th birthday. All travel arrangements have been covered by the Gilderoy family and their associates. A footman will negotiate your arrival to the estate. Black tie encouraged. Tailoring services available on site. No pets.
Oh shit, I can't go then. I am a pet.
Okay, Lindariel. Not Cass.
Linda.
Linda.
Okay, Lynn. Okay, Neb.
Neb. Neb. Neb. You're ridiculous. Anyway. The three of you realize that you have all been invited to a weekend away to a noble, secluded estate. Specifically,
Sounds like a terrible
Mallory Gilderoy. Those of you know who Mallory Gilderoy is. They are a half-elven scion of a well-established family of merchants. The Gilderoy Company, of course. They're celebrating their 100th birthday at their secluded estate on an island in the middle of the massive Eastern Sea. He's
I
invited
just
the
had a horrible
region's...
thought.
Uh-huh.
Grim, don't you dare turn this into some kind of weekend at Bernie shit.
I would never. He is invited the most notable influencers from across the region, including each of the
Shit, we're
party's
influencers.
adventurers. Because each of you come from a very specific aspect of society. And being guild members, your names are well known. Ashlyn, of course, your family being monster hunters, well renowned and of high esteem. You being the one within closest proximity, and the one that is now the newest bearer of those titles, you would easily be invited out to see the Gilderoy family. Lindariel goes without saying, you come from a long line of elves, as well as a very large house of both merchants and tailors and artisans and much more, as elves tend to dabble in many other things. And also, ironically, a brewery that is known to, or a distillery in this case, which is known to make the strongest tequila known to man. Stronger than rot gut.
Why I don't drink your fucking rock gut, bitch.
Peasants drink.
Peasants.
They have spent literal centuries perfecting this recipe, this procedure, as they have had centuries to do so without any kind of interference. So, of course, you would be invited out to the Gilderoy estate.
Wait, booze.
And then, of course, Tenebrae. You are a well-established bringer of peace to those that fall. Your name is well esteemed across many mouths that spread across the eastern region, and so knowing that at any point the Gilderoy family could see another passing of a soul, that it would be smart to bring one of the best morticians, one of the most renowned speakers of the dead, to the Gilderoy estate. Especially if it didn't mean they had to pay you, and simply invite you out for a weekend away. Job proximity and all that.
Saying they don't want to pay?
It's kind of rude.
I know.
But regardless, the tales of your exploits, of course, reach Gilderoy's ear. And he's always loved the company of brave travelers and specials in their fields, as well as descendants from different families that have extraordinary histories. Now, as you have the card in hand, it has a date on it. The first date of being when the footmen would arrive. Just simply telling you of a few days to go. Upon which each of you are met with a carriage and swept off towards a large ferry along the Eastern Strait that would bring you, of course, across the Grey River towards the estate of the Gilderoy family located in the middle of the Eastern Sea. A large island, but an island regardless. One that, of course, would not be the greatest of places to stay, as you know, you would simply be on an island, but the large 450-acre estate, along with the 4-story mansion that almost looks like a French castle, seems to say that staying here isn't exactly the most perilous thing known to you. And so you take the ferry across. The carriages, of course, pull off. The three of you now find yourselves in the same carriage, going to the Gilderoys. Almost a very long carriage that would be meant to fit somewhere up to 12 to 15 people. The three of you sit, not next to each other, of course, unless you so wish, but at least enough distance that you would be acquaintances, or at least associated, since you all wear the same sigils along your dressier clothing that you wear currently. What do you do, seeing these other adventurers in this carriage, all coming from the same guild, no less?
Well, I thought getting this um letter meant that I was special, but it seems that I have company here.
Oh. Not as exclusive of an event as I thought it was going to be, but c'est la vie. Free food, free booze, so be it.
Honestly, when I heard that we were going to go into an island in the middle of the Eastern Sea for a party, I would have uh, I don't know why I said yes to this.
I didn't say yes to this, my family did.
So,
Why?
continue.
Why? Why did you have to go? Because your family told you to.
Because a noblewoman does not ask why, she just goes.
Why?
I,
My name is Tenebrae.
Lindaria of House Ael.
Tenebrae looks over to Heather. Wait, sorry, to Ashlyn.
Tenebrae looks at Ashlyn.
What's going on? What's
Tenebrae
going
looks
on?
at Tenebrae, who looks at Ashlyn, who looks at Tenebrae.
Tenebrae looks to Heather then, and tilts his head. And he says, "And you?"
Ashlyn, House Storm. She'd look around and just kind of take a read on all the other people around.
So,
So
are you
you
excited?
feel a thump. You feel a thump shake the carriage as Ashlyn is looking between the three of you, kind of keeping to themselves. Lindariel is, of course, pouting because they were sent here in for favor of their family. And Tenebrae, you thought this was a private invitation. Unfortunately, it seems to be a very large celebration as the carriage thunks, shaking the walls of it and stopping. The neighing of some kind of beast of burden kind of echoes through the still air as the doors opened to a very small, nondescript building. Not the mansion that you saw on the boat, and certainly not the mansion you believed you would come across, as this building looks to be only a singular floor and maybe 30 feet by 30 feet wide. A singular guard standing in front with the door slightly ajar, light coming out from inside as the sun is beginning to set across the horizon. He steps forward to the door of the carriage and he opens it, simply saying, "My name is Goth, and I'm here to bring you to your party. Welcome to the Gilderoy Island. Now, if you be so kind to hand me your invitations, step out of the carriage and towards this small building behind me, so that you can wait by the door."
Very well. And Tenebrae stands up and presents his invitation.
You hand him the invitation. He looks at it, looks back up at you, and goes, "Oh, yes, Tenebrae. Yes, I can see this is your invitation. It's your name. It's your face. Yep, please stand by the
It is.
door." And he hands
Okay.
you back the invitation.
Okay. And he steps off the carriage and is on his way.
Lindaria will follow suit.
"Ah, yes, I've been told about you. You're of the Adariel family. Your brother sent word forward, of course. I think he said. He says he gave me specific instructions about how to greet you. Said that you've been a little bit less confident about your role. And he pulls
Tenebrae
out.
starts snickering as he's walking away.
He pulls out a small scroll out of his pocket, unfurls it and it gives it a little snap. Here, actually, I got cardstock right here. I'll give you a little sound effect action. Hang on. Hey, it's Kai. Hi, Kai. Hello. I know you're lurking. Welcome, welcome. Let's do a quick shouty outy. Hiya. You lurking while you work on... I imagine it's OBS, but I imagine orbs. And I think orbs are fun. So he pulls out a scroll. And he pulls it out in front of you. And with a little... He goes... Oh, yes. Your brother sent this forward and said that you were to be spoken to in these titles specifically. And so I will recite them now. From the office of Avarian Darl, the following title is meant to be put forward for the arrival of my dear sister. Linda, the Austenmeyer, the greatest of scribes, the most left-handed of throwers,
She's
the
gonna pinch
left-footed
the bridge
of
of her
dancers,
nose.
the stealer of blouses and pennycoats alike, the wearer of mixed shoes with the fashion sense of a dwarf who hasn't had enough to drink. You are hereby welcomed to the island of Gilderoy. Please enjoy your stay. Here is a bottle of your favorite liquor from your house. On behalf of your brother, as is instructed by the note. Garth, please do not read this bottom of the note. This is meant to tell you to say this at this specific time and date in front of the carriage, in front of the aforementioned Linda. Wait. Nope, that's it. And he hands you the bottle.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to harm my brother when I return home.
All seems well and good. You seem to be checked right out. So go ahead and stand over by the door there with Mr. Tenebrae.
Yep.
Ashlyn will descend the steps from the carriage, glance over at Lindariel. You might want to be careful saying things like that out loud in mixed company. That can be considered premeditation. And then hand her invitation to the doorman.
Oh, yes, of course. Now we have House Storm. Ah, yes. I don't have any notes for you. I didn't get any forward invitation or anything like that. The only one that did send anything were some of the royals, and of course, Linda.
Lindariel or Lynn, please.
The note clearly states I am supposed to call you Linda, not Lynn or Lindoyle. See, it's right here. It's in little parentheses.
I'm definitely going to harm my brother when I return home.
You'll be fine. I've only told the entire company of entertainers that have arrived tonight when they do your announcement. Now,
I might harm more than just my brother.
Milady of House Storm, the Gilderoys welcome you vicariously. I do have some instructions for you specifically, not anything to tell you, but simply to give you and take. First and foremost, there are no weapons allowed on the premises at this point in time as we are celebrating a birthday, and if you need to deal with something, you have your God-given fists. So please, those of you standing by the door, deposit your weapons or any kind of injury deflecting device into the box in front of you. Unfortunately for you, Miss Storm, we will have to use the takey magnet.
I'm sorry, the what now?
The takey bakey magnet. It's this thing right here. And he pulls out what looks to be a tuning fork and taps your shoulder as all of your weapons, throwing knives, throwing spikes, darts, daggers, folding blades, rolled rapier that goes around your leg for some reason, boot knives, knives built into boots, bullets, bullet casings, lead balls, some kind of collapsible rifle. Just this cartoonishly large assortment of weapons begins to float out of your clothing and then turn into this almost sphere that continues to grow like a Katamari ball.
Nah, 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 nah.
As just
Ashlyn
more
will sim-
stuff floats out of
Ashlyn
you.
will simply stand there and go and just look around, completely stone faced. What? I like to be prepared.
And seems to be all of them. Oh, wait, your hairpin. As he points at the large pin you used to fashion up your hair. That isn't the real one. It's one that, of course, is an ice pick. That, of course, has a collapsible handle. That is one of your favorite things. And he simply points at it and goes, "The hairpin, ma'am."
Reach back, slowly pull it out. If this has so much as a scratch on it when I get back, the rest of those weapons will be the least of your worries.
No, ma'am, it's not leaving my sights whatsoever. I also need to put up my hair so it will be sticking right close to my body. As he simply, you see him pull off his hat as like the man has like 4 feet of hair just roll out from underneath his hat. Just a cartoonish amount of hair all of a sudden just flump as he reaches back with a couple flicks of the wrist, puts the pin through it, and is a nice, well-formed and somehow tightly rolled bun on the back of his head as he places his hat back down comfortably atop his head and goes, "It will not leave my person as long as I live." Now,
Good. Continue to breathe tonight.
the thing that I'm told to give you specifically is because of the fact that we could not get quite enough booze of the caliber specifically mentioned by your family. We have instead put the correct amount for the party based on the number of people, etc., as well as the fact of the Gilderoy reserves. But we had a specific amount brought into you. And he hands you what looks to be a sack full of liquid. But the liquid does not leave the sack. The sack seems to be almost translucent in terms. It seems to be made out of this flexible, thin material that has a little handle on top, made out of this smooth material to the touch. Not rubber, not oil, but solid. And he hands it to you and goes, "One of your siblings did say that you liked the exotic alcohols. So we decided to bring in the best of the best. We had some fantastic dwarves here from a specific way of Newcastle that are well-known distillers. They call this a goon bag, ma'am. And it is quite well promised by the dwarves to, as they say, really shag you up." "Thank you, Boogamus, for your lurky. And now you're telling me to drink it slow, are you? Well, for the greater good."
Did you just call that a goon bag?
Yeah, it's Australian slang.
Yes, Australian slang for box wine. Really, really strong
That's
box
so
wine.
good. So good.
There's something
Horrified.
I learned from Tammy. It's a game they
I'm gonna
play called
I'm gonna get crunk on Franzia.
it's Oh no, it makes Franzia look like piss water.
I'm
Like
not
this
fucking
is
Franzia.
this is like super strong Franzia. But there is a game that they play called The Wheel of Goon,
The
Hmm.
which is
wheel
where
of gold.
where
I'm
oh no,
interested
I'm
in this.
sorry. No, it's called Goon of Fortune. I'm sorry, I had a better name. Where you take a goon bag of wine, you clip it to a hill's hitch, basically the spinning clotheslines that your grandparents used to have, and you spin the fucking thing. Like spin the bottle but with a bag of wine on it. And if it lands on you, you take a big old swig of it and you spin it again. And according to
hate-
Tammy, there is an alternative variant called Advanced Goon of Fortune, where you put
Hmm.
as many bags on as there are positions on the wheel.
Oh no.
And it's for parties.
Ah.
So that if there's
Advanced
like
Goon of Fortune.
So if there's 14 people, you could have like 6 bags on there, and it's like as it spins, has a higher chance of landing on people, and they're all different. So, yeah. So that's what you're essentially handed. You're handed really, really strong Franzia. simply called a goon bug by those nice folks we had from Newcastle. And your family specifically requested we bring it in and hand it to you so that you can, in the words of your cousin, pre-game before you get to the party.
We'll take the bag. Does it have like what, a screw on top or a
It
flip
has a
top or
spout
what?
in the bottom. It's like you have to hold it
Okay.
above your head and spout it into your mouth like a keg.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
family.
I like your family more than mine.
She'll hold it up and drain about a quarter of it in one go.
Con save.
$24.
You down a quarter of it and you're fine.
That'll do. That'll do. Move over and stand with the others.
All right. as as Gold simply looks at the three of you, seems to be that you stood up, and that you seem to be still standing after downing a quarter of that bag. Please now enter the building, as we are going to go ahead and go to the manor. As he opens the door, he simply motions inside. I see there is another group of individuals already waiting in there, about 15 of them, so to speak, about the same occupancy level of the carriage limo you arrived in. As you listen, you see that they are talking in hushed tones about how excited they are to attend a party at the Gilderoys. The footman, sorry, I'm reading context and I'm forgetting to put names in. It's like reading a Mad Libs without putting in shit in the blanks. So the other individuals do speak of how excited they are to be there. And he takes a stone out of his pocket, holds it above his head, mutters a few words, and seems to squeeze it in his hand. As he does, you see the 15 people simply poof out of existence. No need to worry. Simply a teleportation circle or safety measure the Gilderoys have took in place just to make sure that situations do not escalate and that no one has to walk on the grass because they find driveways heinous. So in turn, we have a teleportation circle here that we will take you there directly to the center of the manor where you will join the party post haste. So now that these fine folks have been sent off to meet the other doorman, it is now your turn to step inside.
I
I'll
suppose,
walk up and step in.
as will Windario.
Now, as the three of you step inside, please keep hands and legs inside the circle at all times. I am not responsible for anything that does seem to disappear off your person because it is left outside the circle. And now in 3, 2, 1, he raises the rock above his head once more, mutters a few small words, squeezes it, as the three of you now find yourselves in the middle of a ballroom. The three of you give me a perception check, please.
How does teleporting feel?
Like you step through a doorway.
17.
16.
There it is. 11.
11. Who got the 17?
Me?
Linda.
No.
No, Heather.
Actually, then why did I hear Cass when you... Okay, Jesus.
I did too. I'm not kidding.
All right, so it wasn't just me. It was someone's brain hiccup. Twin, give me back the brain cell. I need that. I need the second cylinder going.
No.
All
I
right.
got a 17.
Takes the brain
Cass
cell.
got a 16.
Yes.
Burb got an 11.
I know one of you had a 17. I couldn't remember which one between you and Cass. Anyway. Ashlyn, you hear the phrase Rarits Nagrum Salets. I'll say it again so that you hear it once more. Rarits Nagrum Salets. Cass, Linda, you hear regal nagging carrots.
What?
So you hear Garth, when he squeezes the stone, the words he mutters, regal nagging carrots. That's the phrase you hear.
Love it.
Tenebrae, you do not hear what Garth says as you are too concerned with the teleportation, as it feels like stepping through a door made of jello. Very quick, but it makes your skin go bleh.
Jello door.
Just bleh.
It's not Hodor, it's Jello door.
He goes, now that we are here, I wish to make sure that you understand the second line of defense when it comes to having these parties here is that these teleportation circles, of course, take any other additional weapons, trinkets, etc. That are not meant to be in a social fashion, just to make sure that they do not make their way into the party and cause any kind of harm. When you step back through the circle, besides the rest of the gear that I removed from your person, they will all reappear on you once again, sharper, but of course we do not allow weapons or equipment at this party. You do understand. It's a party, not a fight.
C'est la vie.
Now, welcome, one and all, to the Gilderoy estate. As he begins, you see Garth lift his finger as he starts to point things out, as you were surrounded by people, as he gets to point things out that seem to go towards different doors, out the window, as he's describing what's kind of going on and what the idea is here. Mr. Gilderoy hired a group of bards and performers from across the race. The 9 Lives Travelling Theatre Collective, apparently the best in the land. They also take requests, but between you and I, they've been asked to ignore them. Rightly so. They're performing a play based on Master Gilderoy's life tomorrow night, following the 100 furlong steeplechase. Should be rather exciting, I do think, especially if one of the horses decides to join them on the stage. He'd fit right then, I tell you what. Now, there is, of course, a wide selection of ales and wines across the different rooms and such. We have a tasting room down the hallway. We have a number of other little entertainment centers for you to go and look at. And if you feel particularly emboldened after you taste the ales and wines, the jovial atmosphere should bring to pull you forward. Should feel free to mix them together for a special treat. If you do mix them together for that special treat in the sense of the ales and wines, the treat is that you'll be asked to leave. Over there specifically, you'll see Master Gilderoy speaking with his son Fletcher, who I'm sure you're aware is one of the most skilled archers in this region. His prowess on the archery ranges is legendary, as his ineptitude in the bedroom, but you didn't hear that from me. The man can hit a bullseye from 100 yards away, but Lord forbid does he know what the G-spot is, if I tell you what,
Are you speaking from experience?
Thankfully not. My dear sister,
Oh
though,
my god.
bless her heart. Now, over there, you see that's the recently married Lady Farah Dasher Arturo, speaking with her grandfather, I believe, Chief Indigo something. He's sort of a religious figure, highly respected in this realm. I don't care for his shoes. They look like shit. He's meant to travel with the happy couple for the full year following their ceremony to ensure everything is, well, how'd they explain it? Everything has to be blessed. Odd, really, having a priest follow you for a full year after you get married seems a bit oxymoronic, if I do say so myself.
Which church is he with by chance?
Don't worry. I don't really rightly know. I'm just a footman slash doorman slash a bartender. I know, oh, there he is right there. That rotund dwarf over there by the missus is her husband, Hesser Duro. He is speaking with, he's speaking with that young lady. It seems to be one of the duchess of the noble houses. Not his wife. Not surprised. I think their marriage is more of a merger for their businesses, if you catch my drift. Master Gilderoy wanted to buy both their companies at different points over the course of the last year, but now that they've joined forces, it's, well, it's a party now. We're celebrating. Let's not talk about anything that might make Master Gilderoy upset, as he's having a good time for once.
So, is there a theme to tonight's party, or just simply a celebration of his life and continued existence?
It's simply his continued existence. You see that he is a half-elf, as you will know. So 100 years is not exactly the end of his lifespan, but he does really enjoy not only hosting things, you know, for the dear folks around him, but he has enough money to do exactly what he wants. So he just kind of makes sure that he spends it in a way that makes him happy. And in this case, it's doing a party for his 100-year anniversary, where he's doing something. But it seems to be more along the line of what exactly is celebrating as him. Makes sense knowing the man, but you didn't hear that from me.
Ashlyn would just kind of chuckle a little bit.
Tenebrae glances over to Linda, and he says,
Squints.
This this bartender of ours is rather forthright with personal information."
I mean, it happens. I've heard stranger things, like my brother deciding to set an entire party on my bad side before I've even met anyone.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
I'm the youngest of 14.
Tenebrae's eyes like widen very slightly for a moment.
14? That sounds like quite the convocation.
You made me snort.
Suppose someone did sow the seeds of a church there, huh?
Sow the seeds of the church, he says.
I mean,
Shall we begin the party with a toast, or has it already in swing?
Oh no,
Will you be using that goon bag?
it's
You're just jealous
currently
because you don't have it.
Perhaps a little jealous.
Oh, hey, it's an ad break.
Ashlyn will offer the goon bag to Tenebrae.
Well, as you offer him the goon bag, we'll go on BRB, and we'll be back in 3 minutes, everybody.
Have a wee
3
nip.
minutes of
We are here and returned. We returned to a bag
Chug,
of wine
chug,
being
chug,
passed
chug.
to Tenebrae. As Garth simply points out, round the porter is a bit in full swing. As we're trying to get things going, you're not the first guests, and of course the first guests are not going to simply wait around and not start drinking very quickly, as we're trying to go about and do things. So if you like to join in on the festivities, we have many a thing for you to do. Otherwise, Mr. Gilderoy likes to speak with those heroes and well-renowned folks that he does invite in, so you might see a visit from him in but a moment. Otherwise, I must return to my duties. You enjoy yourselves thoroughly, and go be social, have a time, drink headily, and live with purpose. And he mutters the words, squeezes the stone. Linda, as before, you hear Regal nagging carrots, and he grips the stone and he disappears.
Well, I suppose we should enjoy ourselves then.
Yes, I would say. Oh, excuse me. Ashlyn will take a second draw from that goon bag, as it were. Tenebrae, did you have any to drink or not?
I have not gotten a drink yet. No. He looks around a little uncomfortably. 'Cause I am not used to such events.
Hmm.
How do I get a drink?
Well, she gesture over towards the bar. Very simply, you walk up, you request something that looks good or catches your attention, and it's customary to leave a small tip, usually a few copper to a few silver.
Okay.
As you all are standing and kind of chatting amongst yourselves, seeing what's going on, Ashlyn, you're of course splitting the party list, things to do and such, to Tenebrae. Tenebrae, you're trying to shake off those nerves you've kind of gained from being in this very large ballroom and in this very large mansion manor, with these very high number of people that all seem to be congregating around the bar and where the booze is. Go figure. Lindarl, what are you doing?
Tara.
Say again? Cass? I'm not losing it, right? Like they're not making noise for anyone else. Like I'm not losing it.
I did hear a weird little.
Okay.
Meh.
Yeah,
Mm.
I heard the meh and then silence, so I want to make sure that I wasn't just like
Now, I wonder if it might be a feline issue or
uh
headset or mic issue. There is a cat tree next to the computer in the office now.
I'm just asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. So Linda will say in this case just wanders They wander off in some direction for the time being as you two are talking. As
All right, sorry about that.
ah,
I was doing Dad's hair real quick.
oh, okay.
She's gonna wander around and correct everyone that calls for Linda.
Very good. Oh, Linda, it's so good to see you.
Lindario, please.
Oh, Lindario, I've never heard that name before. I remember that your brother always said that they were calling you Linda, saying that all nice things about you. It's so good to see you.
Yes, they call me Linda because they are my siblings, and I'm the youngest, therefore I'm the butt of all of their jokes.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Lindario. I will try to correct others as I see fit as necessary, but it's going to be a whole thing, unfortunately, as that's what the introduction was.
Yes, I believe that was my brother's intent.
All right, well, how have you been? And as they begin talking to you, we're going to swap camera pans as other people kind of approach, and you continue to correct them and others that kind of show up as you just, in the middle of you starry speaking, they go, "I Linda," and you go, "It's Lynn," or Lindario, as you just like flick at them and then go back to telling the story, and that's what goes on for a few minutes. Now, Tenebrae and Ashlyn, as you were holding the goon bag in one hand and kind of explaining party fouls and what exactly to do and what not to do, where to go, who to speak to, who not to speak to, general code of ethics for a party, and like phrases and sayings and acronyms, like things that just you've heard through your time as you've been invited to multiple and drank them dry. As
That checks out.
oh, is that so, Twin? You want someone to hold your goon bag in one hand?
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo? Question mark?
Rawr.
Rawr. Get your hands off my goon bag, sir. God damn it. Oh, I gotta add that as a quote. Hang on. That's gonna get added.
That's my goon bag now. I don't have a goon bag, but now I have a bag of drugs.
I should add it. Oh yeah, cool. It went through. Wonderful. So as you begin to hand the goon bag over towards Tenebrae, you see a tall half-elf walk over to the two of you. As he kind of stands there watching the two of you intently. Just kind of watching you with quizzical eyes, as he's a lithe, spry-looking man with graying hair, a sturdy mustache, and well-groomed sideburns, who is quick to introduce himself to the party. He watches you for a minute before go, Gilderoy, Mallory Gilderoy, as though I suspect you may have already known that. A pleasure
Just
to make your
like in the middle
acquaintance.
of twin like water falling. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
Tenebrae water falling.
Yeah, basically, like your eyes flick to him as your like spout beak open, just like trying to catch it. Word is that you're all adventurers, the three of you that I invited here. I think the third one was Linda, was it? Where's she gone? Oh, I think she's over there. I will speak with her in but a minute. But I know you, Tenebrae, and of course you, Ashlyn of House Storm. It's method acting. I love it. Is that so? If that you are adventurers and have tales to tell, because if that's the case, I am a sucker for a yarn well told. Do you have any good monster stories? A gold piece for your epic tale. As he looks to the two of you.
Now, who is this again? Sorry.
This is
Brain.
the person the party is for. This is Mallory Gilderoy.
Okay. I'll glance to Tenebrae.
Ashlyn's like, who are you?
Would you like to lead off? No, honestly, I was taking my meds, so I was kind of half paying attention.
Fair enough.
Um,
So you can do this one or two ways.
Mhm.
You can either spin me a story yourself. It can be something from your backstory, improv, something you make up, etc. It just has to be a good story to be told. Or if you want to kind of give me the overall topic of your story, you can then give me a performance check, which will determine how much you get as a reward, essentially.
Okay. Tenebrae, I open the floor to you first.
well, his question was like a good monster hunting story.
He would be very interested in one.
Okay. Hmm. No.
You just not off the top of your head. You can just give me a charisma check or a performance check if you just want to just roll for it.
I
yes, roll
I
to entertain the rich man.
I am not interested in sharing a story.
Ah, well, very well. It's maybe later on tonight. It's as I speak to other adventurers and such around here. It's quite all right. I know that there are some stories not meant for the faint of heart.
Would you say you are
No,
strong of heart, will, and constitution, my lord?
as for constitution, I am, of course, getting up in my years, but as
Mhm.
for my strength of will and intellect, I would say that they are quite well founded. As that is why I am the way I am and how I'm able to have such a place of luxury, as the generational wealth is not my father's or my forefathers, it is mine.
Quite the accomplishment. Well, I'm sure that you have a gallery of many artifacts and pieces of art here somewhere on your estate, no?
I do. I do. I enjoy collecting certain things. Of course, they're usually tokens left from adventurers who come and visit or have been
Ah.
invited. Nothing, of course, that I've gone out and taken myself, as I don't remove things from where I find them, as that is quite rude.
Hmm. Well, then allow me to regale you with a short tale.
Oh, please.
It was probably 3, maybe 4 summers ago. I was working with a group of rather young, inexperienced adventurers, and while I myself was still relatively fresh and wet behind the ears, we had been given a duty and job by the guild wherein we had been tasked, I guess would be the best way to put it, with standing guard over a not necessarily museum, but a gathering of artifacts. And it was to be relatively simple, just something to give the newer generation a bit of experience, but it was far, far more than they'd bargained for. For you see, as the night rolled along, the quiet of the building that we were in grew eerily still, and you could hear the soft creaks and scrapes of the building being accented by sounds that should not have been there. So, of course, many of the adventurers that were gathered decided to pair up as to not find themselves caught unaware. They began scouring the darkened halls of this building with statues and paintings and items from all across the continents. Sorry. And I, as one of the more experienced adventurers, was quietly bouncing between the other groups to ensure that they were following protocol and ensuring that they were being safe, because with the items there was no telling who or what could have come after them. Besides, who in their right mind would hire adventurers for guard duty, am I right?
Yes, it does seem quite strange to hire adventurers to guard artifacts. What happened?
Well, you see, as I went to walk and find it was the second group, I found the first body.
Oh.
From the waist up, there was nothing but jagged bones, a broken rib cage, and the gore of the internals spilled across the floor. Their partner was nowhere to be seen. I immediately sounded the alarm, and as such, the other two parties came rushing. And they saw what had happened to their novice companion. And they were obviously shaken to the bone to see such horrors in what was supposed to be such a safe and, uneventful evening and job. But that's when the horrors truly began. As we looked at the blood splatter and the trails streaked across the floor, one of them noticed that it looked like the body had been dragged. And we studied and searched. And there was a large object against the wall that the dust had been disturbed from. It was covered with a heavy burlap cloth. One of the novices, without thinking, grabbed the cloth and pulled it off. I reached up to shout and tell them not to do it, because you never know what you're going to be dealing with. And all that sat there was what looked like an old pirate's treasure chest. There were chains bound around it, but they'd been broken. And along the edge of the lid, there was blood. As I shouted for him to stop, it was already too late. The mimic snapped forward, taking the poor man's arm off at the elbow.
Oh.
The others screamed and began running. I happened to, thankfully, still have my wits about me as the others panicked. I used a bit of the arcane that I'd learned in my travels, and seeing as the mimic was of a wooden chest variety, I'd cast a spell of flame on it, only to have the magic reflected at me. She'd reach to the sleeve of her arm and raise it up a bit where a bracer would be covering, and show us a burn scar wrapping around her forearm. I managed to save my face. but I wasn't able to save the poor man's arm that was taken off. As that mimic awoke, the other cursed objects in that building began to awaken. Swords that were held by ghostly apparitions. Helmets that had burning red eyes staring out from the empty, hollowed insides. Books that began flipping their own pages as if wind was rushing across them. My first concern was to get the novice adventurers to safety. So we grabbed them and we ran. And when we made it to the door, there were the two large suits of armor flanking the door with their halberds dropped in a cross, barring our exit.
As you go to continue your passage, you see someone run up next to Mallory and pull on him and whispering into his ear, simply going something unintelligible that you can hear. And he turns back to you, and he, with a large smile on his face, and he goes, I want to finish this story. I really do. Because I love what you're putting forward. That's the kind of adventure I like to record and push forward so that you can hear it again and again and again and again. And that way it can be used for later stories. The fact that you're still here and breathing shows me that you are strong and also well-minded. But for right now, I have a matter to attend to, as the party is still going and dinner will be served in about 20-ish minutes. So we need to make sure that everything is prepared. But please, come find me after, once everything is settled, and once the people have been fed and have been comforted slightly, and I will happily listen to the rest of your tale. I promise.
By all means.
And he
As
hands you 10 gold coins into your hand, wraps your fingers around it, as he kind of nods to you.
By your leave, Lord.
Yes, yes, yes. As he steps away. You see Garth again show up. This time he is still wearing his doorman attire, but now he has a black apron over his verdant clothing. As he looks to you and simply goes, yes, yes, I did find you finally. So first and foremost, I do have your drink set and ready, and your table has been prepared for the feast.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Would you be so kind as to lead us to our seats?
Oh, yes, of course. I was simply letting you know that it is prepared and that I was going to be doing exactly that.
Ah, excellent.
As he goes to do that, you hear a chime ring out in the ballroom. As you see the people kind of step to the side as servants come rushing in, moving these large tables that seem to kind of almost float across the ground ever so slightly as they begin to form a large, almost polka-dotted circle of perfectly arranged tables, all with the correct viewpoints, spacing, and such, to view someone in the center. You see another guard step up towards Garth, tapping him on the shoulder, whispering something into his ear. Three of you give me perception checks, please, if you'd like to try and pay attention. If you won't, you don't have to roll. If you do want to pay attention, you can.
Okay.
I am going to try the dice on D&D Beyond again to see how badly they're going to fuck me, or if I'm just going to keep using my clicky-clacky math rocks.
Ooh, sexy clicky clacky math rocks. My gay dice gave me a 13.
Saint used the the dice on the chat and he got a 4. I'm sorry, Saint. You do not hear what
rip.
the guard says.
Hey, I got a 17 again.
Got a 17. Anyone else
14.
roll?
Oh, I got a 13.
13.
Yes.
Quinn, did you roll, or are you just Tenebrae just vibing?
14.
14. Okay. Ashlyn, you kind of pick up what they're saying. You kind of hear him say just something, "We're ready to begin." And then he sees to say something else, but you don't pick it up. It's too quiet. But you do see that the first part of the phrase that he does say is, "We're ready to begin." You hear it very hushedly as you kind of lip read and listen very intently to what's going on. Saying +10, I got big ears. Still a 14, buddy. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing. Oh, so at this point, Garth, of course, escorts you to your table that has been prepared most vicariously, where you are seated across from Lady Dasher Arturo, the most recently married head merchant who is married to that rotund dwarven fellow who's talking to the young lady that definitely not his wife. And her grandfather, Chief Indigo Dasher, and her new husband, Hess Arturo, who is sitting on the other side of her. He has already sat down and has eaten a large amount of food, as he's already have 2 other plates in front of him, as he stuffed himself with quite a few past canaps and is ready for the event to be over. Now, as you sit and wait, as food is brought around the tables, the main courses and such, all showing forth, dinner is then served. A delicious roast with some artfully plated root vegetables, and of course, more wine. As the room settles, you see a regal-looking man with a dense beard and a gruff voice stand and begin a short speech from the center table. "Good evenings, madames and messieurs. I am, of course, Sir Archibald Calico, Cat of the Footlights, and it is my honor to lead the 9 Lives Traveling Theater Collective and present to you tomorrow night's production of Mallory Gilderoy, Man of the People, Maker of Men. It is a ribald tale with no shortage of intrigue, interlopers, ingeniousies, and ingenuity, and of course, whatever demon Mr. Gilderoy pledged his soul to in order to look so well preserved. I'm 50 years his junior, yet I won't need a lick of aging makeup to transform into such a stunning example of masculine grace. You're sure you're not a full elf, sir? I digress. We, of course, don't want to spoil tomorrow's show, but we do want to bring you a small taste of what we can do. So we thought we'd treat you to a little privy. This story comes courtesy of some of this gathering's distinguished guests." There's a brief flash of light, followed by screams from the audience, as a series of creatures, such along the lines of small imps, a weird bug creature, a strange-looking humanoid bugbear, seem to move through the crowd, seeming to drag their bodies along and kind of flex themselves towards the sitting audience, just seeming to walk through them, leer over them, hover over them, just look intimidating and terrifying. Guards suddenly surround Gilderoy and position themselves between him and the encroaching creatures, as the audience, of course, remains shocked and pulls themselves away from it. As you see, there are 6 that seem to slowly encapsulate the main table. You see Calico in the center of the table, or in the center area, to be specific, seems thrown off by the arrival of these monsters and runs to hide beneath one of the large buffet tables. Now, what do you do?
Something tells me this isn't part of the act.
Is this how many are there? 3?
There are 6 of these strange-looking creatures kind of walking through the crowd and moving to encircle the center table.
The way the guards are reacting, from my experience as an adventurer and being in a noble family, is this legitimate on guard? Or are they... Can I tell if they're acting or not?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
While they're doing that, does anyone else have any ideas or things they would like to do?
22.
All right. Hang that 22 for just a moment.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
I guess I'll just use Eyes of the Grave just to see if any of the creatures around us are undead.
You do not see that any of them are undead.
Okay.
So Ashlyn, with that 22, you simply look towards the guards and look towards the creatures, and you can see that the guards put on a very convincing show. They seem to be on guard. They seem to be ready and willing to fight and protect Mallory at all costs. But it seems too well rehearsed. Not, of course, to a military standard, but almost an act. As you look at the monsters, you see
There's
that
no urgency.
there is, but it's slightly too much, too eager.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
As you see that the creatures, you suddenly remember and kind of recognize the movements the creatures are taking. The last time you went to a scare house, they seem to move and shamble like actors in suits. Again, doing a very good job of being convincing, but maybe a little too well. So you realize that they are not real.
Ashlyn's just going to kind of lean back in her chair, take the drink on the table in front of her, and take a draw from it. And just kind of glance at Lindariel and Tenebrae and make a slow, flat-palmed, side-to-side gesture.
Tenebrae tilts his head, still looking extremely concerned.
Lindaria will also relax in her seat.
Should we do something?
No.
It'll be fine. Study their movements. And Ashlyn's going to continue sipping at her drink and just kind of glancing around at the others gathered to make sure nobody's about to do anything stupid. Like, yeet a fireball into the middle of this crowd.
You see that most of the ongoers are, of course, shocked, as though there may be adventurers in the crowd. They, much like you, do not have their weapons, equipment, or anything, so they're simply seeing what's going to happen next. As the guards seem to handle it, they seem to be ready, and you see that 2 men move closer to Gilderoy from their circle, almost being side to side of him as the monsters step closer and are swiping at the guards as they seem to step out of the way and swing back. The monsters sidestepping the situation almost too well. Without warning, one of the guards that had stood next to Gilderoy pulls out a dagger and holds it to his throat. And without a second warning, you hear Garth from behind you, simply going, "Master, watch out!" He runs towards Gilderoy, pulling out what looks to be a blackjack, a small lead-weighted satchel from his pocket as he swings it at the current assailant, knocking him out, before taking 2 daggers into the back and falling to the floor in front of Gilderoy.
I'm going to come to my feet at this point.
As you take a stand up, you see a figure drop from the low ceiling above you. A figure in a dark cloak, taking a tall stance as... Hi, Kelly. Thank you for redeeming Bark. As it whips open its cloak, daggers all flying towards Gilderoy, as some of them miss hitting his guards, one of them catching him in his side, and another one being caught in his hand. He throws the dagger back at the assassin, who takes it into the chest through his cloak and falls to the ground. Gilderoy kneels down to Garth, holding him in his arms, tears flowing down his face, as the crowd is in commotion, panicking. What do you do?
I'm on my feet. I'm going to... How far is it from me to where Gilderoy and the group is?
Like 20 feet. It's a
Okay, so,
dinner arrangement.
okay. I'm on my feet. I'm going to vault the table
Uh-huh.
and move to Gilderoy and call out, adventurers, healer, cleric, now.
Lindarl is going to run over.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other clerics also join you, all kneeling next to Garth, as the 4 of you begin to help in different ways. All of you having a different aspect of it, whether it being life, light, death, grave, etc. You're all doing your best to heal this man that is still bleeding in the arms of Gilderoy. But your magic seems to have no effect. He continues to bleed as Gilderoy holds him close. Gilderoy cries out in anguish. The death of his footman in his arms, something weighing heavily upon his person. You see tears flowing down his face as the other guards surround, pushing the monsters to the ground, holding blades to their necks. Others going to surround the now dead assassin, again holding spears to their body in case they are to stand.
I'm gonna tap one of the guards, hold my hand out, sword.
He doesn't seem to even respond to you as you tap on him, as he seems too busy trying to continue on with his job as the monsters continue to fight back against them being pinned.
Okay. In that case, what's the closest monster to me? Or quote-unquote monster
There seems to be
that's not successfully pinned.
one that seems to be breaking out, seems to be a large green-skinned orc wielding 2 large cleavers, seems to be pushing back against the guards. And it is close to you within 5 feet.
Okay. Give me a second here. So it's an orc, you said, or looks like an orc?
Yes.
Okay. Um. Do I have time for a soliloquy, or would that give him time to get to me?
You are very close. You are very
Okay.
close to it, so you can just immediately step into whatever action you wish.
Okay. Chromatic orb, fire, right to the fucker's chest.
As you go to cast your spell, you feel your magic fizzle out as suddenly everything goes still as you hear applause from a single person start from the back of the room. Calico, the gruff, the dense bearded gruff man before, stands up and goes, "Bravo, bravo." He keeps clapping before peeling his beard off and revealing a chiseled jawline, elven-like features that seem to be diluted, as he pulls off a wig as well, and simply goes, "Bravo." That voice is terrible on my dear throat. As it seems to be that Calico was Gilderoy. Well done, sirs, well done. Aren't these actors just simply marvelous? Though I suspect some of you were on the ruse the moment my doppelganger here started crying over Garth, is it? Garth, some now, moves your hands aside and quickly stands, no longer bloodied and obviously not on death's door. Yes, sir, I was playing Garth, your footman, sir. Garth peels off his mustache and removes his cap, taking out the hairpin and handing it back to Ashlyn. As his hair falls back down into that long curly mane, revealing that he himself is actually a her. Tabitha Fang, another member of the 9 Lives trope. Yes, sir. It was me playing Garth. It took me quite a while to get my voice into the right register, but I think I really fooled a few of these nice folks. The real Calico now stands, the person that you met that was known as Gilderoy, adjusting himself and waving his hands a bit as the illusions of the monsters disappear along with the knives and the assassin. The only one that doesn't seem to disappear is the large orc on the ground, who is helped up by one of the guards. As you realize that he was real, but was an actor.
Oh no.
Parties.
He looks to you, Ashlyn, and sticks out a large green hand towards you and goes, "No hard feelings. It's not every day you see a good greenskin step around these parts. I knew what you were going to be casting, so we made sure that you couldn't. I just, we didn't want no actual deaths here now, did we? Oh, pleasure to meet you. Gorbaz, Keeper of the Teeth. Nice to meet you."
I'm not fucking Gorba.
Ashlyn's gonna let out a slow exhale. Let her shoulders drop and relax just a little bit. Reach out, take Gorbaz's hand. Pleasure to meet you. Good thought on your hand. You owe me a drink.
I owe you more than that. It's you were very quick on your feet. You saw right through the whole thing as soon as it popped up. Very observant. It seems to be that you're quite an adventurer. You got very pretty teeth in that head of yours. I imagine that the gear that you slay a few monsters for is with the good goblins. But yeah, I owe I owe you quite a fucking pint, and we'll happily get to it once we're done here. After I get my fucking teeth from Calico for nearly getting blasted into smithereens again for his entertainment. I'll see you around there. And he kind of gives
I know.
himself a chuckle as he walks over with the rest of the actors. And you see that they begin to pull off their guises. You see that most of the guards were actors in the troupe, as well as some people in the audience, some of the other servants, etc. Very large number of actors all popping up. Now, most of the attendees, of course, were actual people here. But for the most part, those that seemed to be a part of the immediate act were, of course, hired hands. Now, the real Calico now stands, adjusting himself and waving his hands a bit as the illusions he created disappears, including the dagger at his side, those in Garth, as well as the assassin, etc., as I said, and begins to deliver a rousing speech as the group, now assembling in the center, takes a sweeping bow. That's right. We are the Nine Lives Traveling Theatre Collective. This is Tabitha Tabby Fang. Motioning to the two gods. Devon Rex McCoy, Gas Can Dapper, and our newest member, as he points to the figure who fell from the rafters, Harrison Tanner. Well done, Harrison. We've come up with a zippy stage name for you soon, and I, of course, am Sir Archibald Calico, Cat of the Footlights, and we'll see you all at the theatre for tomorrow night's Calico continues coughing, his body beginning to shake and convulse, his face growing slack and somewhat gray, begins to sway, unable to stand, as his skin begins to bubble, vomiting a gout of blood, and his body falling into a full seizure as it collapses on the ground, cries of agony ringing out from his shaking form. He motions towards the goblet on his banquet table. There's a panic in the ballroom as the actors now scramble to try and save their director. Mallory Gilderoy signals for his guards. He's been poisoned. Lock the doors.
Tenebrae rushes over and he tries to cast Lesser Restoration.
Yes. So as you do, you see that the spell will speed through Calico's body, stabilizing him and reducing his tremors. He looks extremely exhausted and unwell, but is in surprisingly good spirits considering that he was just nearly killed. Gilderoy, though, seems to be less pleased, apologizing for what was obviously an attempt on his life. Gilderoy, now standing tall, and shouts, "Someone on this island wants me dead. Not a very welcome party gift, I'm afraid. I hope you were all planning to stay for the weekend's festivities, because at this point, I'm afraid I can't allow anyone to leave." At that point, one of Gilderoy's footmen will approach the party and inform them that your rooms have been prepared for them in one of the estate's many guest chambers. He recommends they avoid any appearance of impropriety and simply retire to their respective rooms for the evening. Now, he, of course, recommends it, but he is, of course, a guard, not a cop. So what would you like to do now? As you see that Gilderoy is quite fine. He's very upset about the whole situation. Calico is somewhat doing a little bit better. Still not looking super great, but he is alive. What do now?
And then Daria was going to cast Detect Poison and Disease, which will allow her to sense the location of poisons, poisonous or venomous creatures, and magical contagions within 30 feet of herself. She can also sense the kind of poison, creature, or contagion.
You cast your spell and you reach out looking for whatever is around you, trying to feel for disease and poison and such. And you sense that the goblet that he gestured to is, in fact, full of poison. But that is the only spot that you sense it. And it was at Calico's banquet table.
Can I tell what kind of poison it is, fancy man?
Let me see. Let me see if it tells me.
And does it tell you?
Let me hold on.
It's face boiling poison.
It's face bullying. Actually, if I was going to play it off of the poison it is, it seems to be Death's Howl. So we'll go with that. That it's, you can feel that it is a type of Death Howl's poisoned, which is extracted from a type of root, a bean that grows off said root, as well as the nightshade and night howler flowers. Very potent, very dangerous, very difficult to make.
Darla's going to lean ever so slightly towards Ashlyn and just kind of like share that information.
What smells funny? Similar to raisin. Kind of. Sort of. So Ashlyn, Lindario does tell you about the poison, what type it is. You recognize it. If you don't recognize anything, she would give you context for it. But at this point, you see that there are a number of guests still kind of not shambling, standing around the ballroom / banquet room, all kind of whispering amongst themselves as the shock of this event is still kind of rolling through them. But you imagine they may be open to questions if you so wished. As well as the rest of the my fucking brain. The rest of the acting troupe is also still kind of standing around as they are talking to guards and such about what is going on. What do you do?
I'm going to approach Gilderoy directly.
All right, let me see if he's even an option. Because I don't think he is. This is why I'm checking, okay? I don't want to just go into stuff.
Yellow.
The only Gilderoy you see is his son Fletcher. It seems that the eldest, or the patron of this party, Mallory Gilderoy, has been shuffled off very quickly towards an undisclosed location.
Smart.
But you do see his son Fletcher.
Can I make an insight check against him? Just to get a general feel of body language, emotional state. Is he shocked? Is he angry? Is he scared?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, of course you can do an insight. Go for it.
Okay. $18.
Hmm. You can see that Fletcher's angry. There was an attempt on his father's life and is equally peeved. Anyone would assume that he is a suspect. Some of the whispers that you hear as you approach him is that some of the guests seem to suspect Fletcher, only because that he would inherit most, if not all, of his father's business. But that he's not really the smartest of the bunch.
Okay.
As you approach, he looks at you and goes, Can't my father can't have a single night of peace. Utterly ridiculous. There have been so many attempts on his life already. Over his career, they've always looked to try and take him out, but of course, tonight of all nights, there's so much work to be done, so much work that was done, and now it's fucking shambles. Oh, it's you. Imagine you're one of the adventurer types that father brought. Uh, I don't think we ever had the chance to acquaint ourselves. I'm Fletcher.
Yes, you were pointed out to me earlier. I'm Ashlyn of House Storm.
Ashland House
She'll
Storm.
reach her hand up with the noble signet ring up, offering the hand to him.
Ah, yes. And as you offer your hand to him, we're on a 3-minute ad break. So we're going to pause it at the signet ring. So for those who are still here, please go get yourself a stretch of hydration, etc. I am actually going to go refill my water because I require it in case people give me more hydrations, you monsters. So I will be back in a moment. One. We've returned from the Netherlands.
Returned.
Returned to the
Returned.
source. Returned from the
So will we
source.
return from the source? What did you bring me from the armory?
At the armory.
The armory.
Armory.
Not the armory.
Yeah.
We're back from the armory, everybody.
We returned from the armory.
We returned from the armory. Oh no.
No, no.
Oh no.
I'm back from the armory.
Not the armory.
No, I'm
The
armory.
armory. So
Catherine,
you
stop headbutting my fucking microphone.
So you of course show your signet ring to Fletcher. And he recognizes it and is willing to speak to you. But you see that your insight check, of course, does give you the same feelings that he's putting out. He's angry, one, that his father had an attempt on his life during a birthday party of all things. And then secondly, he is now fully peeved because all of the cool things that he had planned for the celebration are now out the window because of the assassination attempt. So he's a little bit butthurt.
He's booty-tickled.
He does have to go fill out a hurt feelings report at some point.
Aww.
So you mentioned he's had attempts on his life before. How recently?
I would say about 8 months ago was the last one.
Was the culprit ever found?
Oh, immediately. It was someone with a short knife that tried to rush him during one of his business meetings. One of the guards put him down without a moment of hesitation, but it was still quite a disappointment.
Well, I didn't mean necessarily the assassin himself, but who sent the assassin?
It's hard to tell. Father, unfortunately, has made quite a number of enemies. As he has done his own business proceedings, I cannot speak entirely more because the list is very long and unfruitful, but all we know is that the man was paid and was sent, and past that, I did not hear much of it.
Great. Well, as a fellow member of a noble house, and as probably one of the more experienced adventurers here, you'll be sure to let me know if you find anything out. Yes?
Well,
And I'd like to make
yes.
an intimidation roll.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh my god. Women are scary.
22.
Beard hair in my mouth.
I don't think you're supposed to eat it.
You go to, get big as you kind of say that. It's like, as you kind of let the last syllable really kind of eyeballing down on Fletcher, he kind of, here, I'm going to have to act this out so you can see it. Here, hold my book. No, you're being stupid. I got to put you down. Damn. All right. Book, go down here. You're too much of an angle to hold book. Damn you. So, so the chat can see it too. He's snaps himself back, looks you up and down, and goes, I have been threatened by better for worse things. You will learn when I learn, when the guards learn, when I am told anything that seems to even remotely help me understand why, tonight of all nights, that all of these measures that I've put in have failed. So, if you'll excuse me, I have things to go look forward to, and if you do so entirely wish to be on the know to know, go speak with the guards. or maybe even the rest of the troop. If you're going to be a detective, might as well go through the whole thing. Now, praise be with thee. As he just kind of pulls himself back as he starts walking away, as he snaps at a servant close by, is Bartholomew, here please, I need to fix the presentation. The vibe is off. As he kind
Is
of
he walking
walks
away
away.
from me?
Yes.
Eldritch Blast to the back of the head.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. So he
Is
walks away,
Lindariel's
snapping for
gator going off?
So, as Fletcher walks away from you, Tenebrae and Lindariel, you feel that as you see Ashlyn begin talking to Mallory's son, that you may also wish to try and find out something more as well. If you so wish.
Tenebrae goes to join the kind of the onlookers that are there that are gossiping. I guess like whenever he comes in, he starts chatting with them like immediately, like how do you think the guards are going to guarantee our safety at this point?
They seem to just be talking about it as you come forward. They go, enough about the guards. What about of the fact that it's so many reasons why someone would be here tonight, and if they didn't try enough to keep them at bay, it's who could be next? It could have been one of us. It could have been anything else. It's Gilbert's ruthless, and he's always been cutthroat when he's doing a business, and he's trying to take things that he needs, and just now we're all in danger, and now we're stuck here. And, it's just, it seems it had to have been Fletcher, but it seems he's not even shaken. And they just kind of seem to kind of go on these weird tangents as they are more preoccupied with their own safety. As you can see that there are four of the troop standing next to you. Those that were playing the guards and Garth, all kind of standing next to that group as you hear them seeming to be all incredulous, but also a bit excited. There's something about real drama that has them flustered and buzzing, but as far as who might have tried to take out Gilderoy, they don't seem to have any idea. They're just as confused as everyone else. They're saying along the lines of that the real drama really sinks it. It's something they could learn from. It's something that allows them to be better at this, as if they could follow the same understanding of what this act has brought forward. But they came here to get paid to do a gig, and the only one who seems to be off is Harissa, the one that was playing the assassin that fell from the rafters, who seems to be very jittery about it as she keeps talking about how her nerves are getting the best of her.
Is Lindariel
Tenebrae goes
notice?
to. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You go.
I guess Tenebrae will approach Harissa with a concerned look about him, and he says, "Is there something on your mind right now?"
It's just my first gig, and it's with such an important client. I just I think that fall really shook me up a little more than I thought. It's I'm not good at it yet. especially when it comes down to the more extreme performances we put on. It still feels so real, but I know that we're using magic and we're using the prosthetics among other things. We do a fantastic job. It's just wow. Uh, I just wow, and you can see that she's just kind of it looks like almost as if someone it like after adrenaline the shakes that people usually have. That's kind of what looks like she's going through. Is just having the shakes.
Genevieve frowns, and he tilts his head a little bit and he says, "Are you not concerned at all about the poisoning?"
It's when it comes to these kinds of things, I'm not that well versed in it. I'm trying not to let the existential dread of possibly dying over this weekend of my first gig with this troupe be the only thought that runs through my mind and make me go into a full-blown panic attack. Uh, so that's why I'm not worried about the poison, because I'm just trying not to think about it. Because I don't know why everyone else seems excited about real drama when I would like to go back to my home once this gig is done, not a pine box. That would be superb.
Very well. Did you notice anything from your vantage point up there? Anything suspicious?
I was trying not to fall off the rafters uh preemptively. I mean, as you could tell, I didn't exactly land with grace, but it's up there. It was more of making sure that my lines were secure, that I wasn't going to fall early, I wasn't going to die if I fell incorrectly. And of course, there were a number of people moving around. I could barely see what was going on. I could barely see my cue even when it was sent up by Garth. I mean, Tabby.
Well, thank you. I hope your um, nerves calm down.
Yeah, I hope so too. And so as you're standing next to these four members of the troupe, as you're talking to Harissa, trying to kind of help her nerves settle, while the other ones are talking about how they're just excited to see this drama. Lindario, what are you doing? Who are you speaking with? You see that there's Lady Farr, Dasher Arturo, and her father. You see that there's Hess Arturo, standing where your table was, where you were originally sitting to eat. And then, of course, there's Calico himself, who is still kind of sitting in a chair that's not been brought to the center as he's trying to recuperate his vapors, so to speak.
Am I allowed to go after the servants that served the table?
You see that most of them were either actors of the troupe or otherwise. Otherwise, there are no other servants simply in this room at this point. But you seem more interested in talking with the larger heads that could give you more information, as something doesn't seem quite correct.
Lindoriel's going to go directly to Calico.
What do you ask? As you see that he's sitting in the chair as you approach, and he goes, yes, as, hello, that wasn't the best performance I've put on. Uh, but it seems that I at least have one person that seemed to be at least entertained, coming to see an old stage director. What can I help you with?
Is there anyone other than those in the troop or the immediate family that knew that you were going to be playing our host?
No, that was the idea. The only ones that would know, of course, would have been Mallory. Um, I I can't remember if we told his son or not, but then of course, in the rest of the actors, uh, in the troupe, of course, the real guards and servants were kept just outside the room in case something did happen. But yes, everyone inside of here was an actor, to some way, shape, or form.
Have there been any kinds of spats within the troop lately?
I wish I could tell you. It seems when I've been working with them, it seems that everyone has been quite well. Everyone has meshed together rather spectacularly, as you can see by the performance that we put on. They all play their parts explodingly well, knowing how to work with one another. But I imagine you're not simply asking about that. I was simply drinking from my goblet while portraying Gilderoy, and I can't think anyone who would have access to it because it was always in my hand. It was part of his the method of his madness. The whole holding the bejeweled gauntlet in your hand with the pinky out and acting all high and proper was the way to sell the character. But I was trying to make sure I had all of his consonants right, so I may not have been paying the most attention consistently, unfortunately.
Do you remember who the last person to fill your glass was?
Me. It was I was the one that took the spout to the cask and filled my own tankard with it.
I have a theory, and I'm going to go speak with Ashlyn and Tenebrae.
Okay.
But if you can think of any kinds of spats or any issue recently that one of the members of the troop has had or someone related may have, particularly with you rather than clients.
I'm not entirely sure, as we've all been working relatively well, and if someone did have ill will towards anyone in the troop, I would have heard it at this point. As you can tell, we're actors. We're not exactly subtle, and so I would imagine someone would have said something to that line. So I can't think of any spats, and especially if I was the target, I can't imagine that either.
Well, nobody wants to imagine that they're the target of an assassination attempt. You'd also expect actors to be very good at acting. Subtlety might not be one's chosen approach to many things, but I think we can both agree that should one decide that they had an issue with their boss, they wouldn't exactly outright voice that.
They may not have, but it's still something that I would have heard from somebody or some inkling. It's you see, when we spend so much time together in the same small space in between gigs, in between acting, it's a you have no choice but to really come forth and say something. So I doubt any of them would do something along this line. Most of them haven't really seen a real drama of something of this extent for most of their careers. Most of the time they've been spending on stage in safe cities and far harbors, places where this doesn't happen.
I hope that it never happens again, for your sake and for everyone else's. And Lindario is going to just kind of make her way back to her table and just kind of like drum her fingers against it while she thinks.
You see that at the table is Lady Fardasher Arturo, her father, and Hess Arturo, also standing around talking amongst themselves.
Can she hear what they are saying?
Not without getting closer or interacting with the conversation.
She leans in. Question mark.
Give me question mark perception question mark.
19.
All right, very good. As you listen, you hear Lady Dasher Arturo and Chief Indigo, her father, talking about how neither of them would wish ill will on Gilderoy, but admit that his death would have significant ramifications for the realm, as he holds a monopoly on numerous trade routes and supply chains. The fact that the Dasher Arturo Shipping Company is a new endeavor. My ronkles! No, twin! You can't just do my ronkles like that. I need those.
I was hungry.
No, don't eat the
Rip your
ronkles.
uncles.
The Dasher Arturo Shipping Company, they talk about how it's a new endeavor, but they would never stoop to such a level as they need the competition. And combining the might of the Arturo mercenaries with the ships and sailors that have long served the backbone of the Dasher family, they believe they can hold off threats to their own trade routes and break some of Gilderoy's hold on the shipping industry on both land and sea, if they were able to get momentum. But they'd rather face him in the marketplace and not like this. They do not see themselves as a threat to Gilderoy's life. They understand if they are viewed as a threat to his empire.
So they'd go after the business side, not the literal
Yes.
life.
Yes, they would break the business, not the person.
Okay.
You do see that Lady Fardasher Arturo is standing a significant distance from her husband, as her husband is, of course, Hess Arturo, who is still talking to that young Duchess, seeming to not really pay much attention to his newly married wife.
What a slut.
Not surprised.
Ashlyn is gonna walk back over to the table and sit down with her drink
All right.
and just kind of look around and take the gathered individuals in, just kind of passively listen and study.
You would see the same, Ashlyn, sitting at the table, is that you would see that Hess Arturo is standing away from his wife, that his wife is standing with her father, as Lindariel is listening in intently while trying to pretend to drum on the table and drink from her own vessel. And it seems odd that a newly married couple of essentially a power company in the sense of a powerful merger, being so far apart. And you see that Hess Arturo is still talking intently with the Duchess.
Ashlyn will kind of side eye to Lindariel to get her attention and just kind of make a glance and short nod of her head over towards Arturo and the Duchess. Kind of give her that look.
Lindarle's just gonna kind of like shrug. Just gonna lean in a little bit. Marriages of business convenience are generally not the most faithful.
Which is probably why they've got a priest following them around to protect the sanctity. Speaking
Or
of, where
rather,
is that priest?
good question.
Let me
Where is
double
the
check.
priest, funny man?
Where's the priest, funny storyteller man? Where is he? Tell me. Let me make sure that we're always talking about the same person. That is Chief Indigo Dasher. He
Oh, okay,
is
so
the
with
religious
his daughter.
figure slash father of the bride, so to speak.
So he's with his daughter right now.
He is with his daughter. I know you were listening to their conversation.
Priest is with daughter. You know, the wife would rather take on the monopoly from a business standpoint rather than going after someone's literal life.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how the husband feels.
That's a good question to ask. Ashlyn would take a draw from her mug, and then a draw from her bag.
The bag.
The goon
The
bag.
goon bag.
Yeah, it tastes better.
All right. So do you go and talk to the husband?
We gotta get the Duchess away from him first.
You can tell the Duchess is young, impressionable, and seems to be slightly impressed with him, but it seems that if you were to step into the conversation and you happen to be of the female inspiration, you could draw his eyes in a different way.
The tavern all over again.
Well, what do you say, Ashlyn? Wanna go drag a businessman off? I'll go with you in case you're worried about him getting handsy and not being able to punch him hard enough.
So, what do you do?
Heather?
Heather!
Headset died, sorry.
It's okay.
Had to plug it in and restart it.
Oh.
I saw you talking. Did you say anything to me?
Yes.
Basically,
Everything that I said.
Lindaro was basically, I basically said that you could probably pull Arturo's attention from the Duchess if you were the female persuasion, because that's what he seems to be looking for. The comment was made about the tavern. That hasn't happened yet, but it was very funny. And then, of course, Lindaro basically said that she would go with you in case he gets handsy. If you want to go and try and convince him to gain his attention in a way so you could ask him some questions.
What, don't you think you can do it, elf?
2 different brands of noble woman in front of him. One of us is bound to get his attention.
You owe me a drink.
Do you want it in a
Disgruntled
mug or
Ashlyn
somewhere
will
else?
stand. Come on, princess, let's get this over with.
I am not a princess. Lindaria will stand and go with her. Though if you'd like to worship me, I'm sure we could arrange something.
Don't push your luck. I've broken harder for less.
Oh, now you want to break me? Goodness.
You know what? Do this on your own.
As I imagine, Asher just goes, "Yep, fuck this," and just like sits back down at the table as Lindariel, you're just standing next to Arturo as he hears you two talking, as Asher just kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, Heather, that you just like sit back in your seat.
Oh yeah, no, just completely all interest gone.
All right, cool. I just didn't want to speak
Cross
for
her-
you. I wanted to make sure it was the correct action.
Crosses her leg, raises a hand up to her chin, and just kind of sits there and just watches.
Very good.
Get some popcorn.
Yeah. Just... Yes,
Stand up
absolutely.
by the most interesting person at this party.
Grim spoke. I didn't hear what you said over him.
So, Lindario, as you're speaking to Ashlyn, and Ashlyn sits themselves back down, propping their chin on their hand as they're watching you, giving you their last remark, you feel yourself become frustrated. You make the pouty baka face. As which the face you're making right now,
Face.
I can feel. As you make that face, you feel eyes turn on you as Hess turns, looks up to you, and goes, "Oh, I've been shot." No.
No way.
Fuck, there's an artificer in here.
No, he turns and is, "Oh, you just the prettiest thing I've ever done, say. And I even had my 8th point, yeah. Just, you seem to be quite the looking lassie. There's a few of them around there, but you, ain't you a tall drink of water? You full elf? Nice."
Ashlyn is just watching and sipping her drink at this point.
You know what I think about that fucking Gilderoy? It's, he's a right prick, he is. I never liked him. Never will. Never have. That's why I started this fucking merger with that ice cold wench. Because the fact of the matter is, I wanted to beat him at his own game. He always coming after me goods. And always asking my mercenaries to go out and do stupid fucking jobs, stupid trade routes. But I would love to see him dead, keel-hauled, hung, removed from the board. The poison you see is weak. The weapon of the coward, the desperate. I, I, I am neither.
Lindariel is simply going to hand him the vessel of alcohol that she was handed at the start of the night. And then walk away.
It's he takes the ball from me. Oh, what a nice last chance. And pops the cork, dumps whole thing into tankard, and just starts drinking it back. Goes, oh, that's got some fire to it. Oh, that's nice. You know what I think? I think this poisoning was staged by that pompous prick, keeping us all here to go through his stupid events, celebrating his life. What has he done besides just picking up the weak and nimble, buying all the land and monopolies and shit and play? And now I gotta watch that stupid play performed by stupid actors about a stupid man and his stupid life. It's fucking stupid. Then I want to buy a fucking telephone. As he just continues drinking, walking, stumbling away as the elvish spirits
Huh.
in the mug begin to work their magic. As he gets about 6 steps away and then clumps into the ground.
There's been another poisoning.
They look. Some people look over at Hess. His wife walks over and kind of like nudges him in the ribs with her foot, and just looks at the folks and just goes, "He's drunk, not poisoned. He's an idiot," and pulls up her hands, turns, and walks away, back to join her father.
And Ashlyn leans back in her chair, and nothing of value was lost. So,
Lindariel will rejoin Ashlyn.
Ashlyn simply looks at Lindariel. So what did you learn?
I don't have to say a single word to drunk men to get them to say exactly what I need to hear.
Hmm.
He's an idiot, but he thinks that poison is a coward's way, a weak man's killer.
And what did you learn about smarting off to me?
Oh, I've learned that you don't know how to take a joke.
Hmm. By God, you can be taught.
Good thing you're
You
cute.
wanted to teach me you don't know how to take a joke?
It's a good thing you're cute, princess.
I am not a princess. Of any variety.
Hmm. I am going to bed. There's nothing to be found by the remaining drunkards, the cowards, and given that from what you shared with me, the head of the troop had all of the guards waiting outside, and this was okayed by the host of this party, puts him as the prime suspect.
Yeah, he did say that that he didn't notice if anyone touched his glass, but he was also the one that was filling it himself. But why would he poison himself?
You hear another small chime as you see some of the guests begin to be shuffled off by soldiers who enter the room to essentially being cordon off the area, as essentially their own investigators are going to come in and look over stuff, and that it is getting late, and that all of you retiring to your rooms would probably be for the best.
As we get up and are starting to be ushered out, Ashlyn will look over to Lindariel. He poisoned himself. You know, all that blood that he was coughing up and spitting out and all that looked a lot like the blood that came out of that stab wound that that other guy had that wasn't a stab wound.
Oh no,
There was definitely
the blood you
poison in his
saw,
glass, though.
the blood you saw, Ashlyn, was very much blood you've seen people that have been poisoned kind of regurgitate. It was not as, to put it this way, when looking back at what happened with Tabby, who was playing Garth, it looked like they had squigs under their suit, almost under their jacket. So
Yeah,
very theatric.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying from Ashlyn's point of view, since she didn't have the ability to scan for poison,
Mm-hmm.
this is what she's going off of.
Fair enough.
There was definitely poison in his cup.
Oh, that would have been great news to know beforehand.
She did tell you. She told you at after the poisoning was kind of concluded that it was
Oh,
Death House poison, which is
oh, then I meant.
so basically for your flashback, for your information, Death House poison is very similar, to put in layman's terms, very close to ricin. Essentially is
Okay.
made by mixing extracts of a root, a legume, and a death extract of a night howler and a death crown flower.
Okay.
Very, very
Okay.
hard to make, very difficult, but extremely effective.
Okay. I must have missed that. I don't know if I might have been taking my meds or something at that point, so
You
I
might have been taking
apologize.
your meds, but that's okay. That is why I'm telling you now, so that you remember it, you have it in your notes, etc., in your brain.
Yay!
So,
Well, riddle me this then. Is there a known antidote or counteragent for that poison that you're aware of? Or that I would know, Grim?
you would know that the only counteragent is the fact that Tenebrae stepped up and casted Lesser Restoration.
Hmm.
It's It's one of those poisons where if it hits and there's no one around to do anything about it, you're gone in less than 90 seconds.
One-way trip. Got it.
Like I said, it is a very, very effective poison agent.
Well, okay. Scratch that train of thought then.
And according to him, no one in the troop has any issue with him. But the troop and the immediate family are the only people that knew that he specifically was playing our host.
That means there's trouble in paradise somewhere.
Yep.
And of course, if he's naive enough to think that a troupe of actors couldn't keep themselves quiet.
And he does think that.
Wunderbar. Not only is he an idiot, but he's a naive idiot.
He wants to think the best of those he works with.
As I said, naive idiot. Ashton will slip into Elvish. I'm sorry, did I stutter? Naive idiot.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, the three of you are walking towards your room. You are guided towards the room that has been prepared for the three of you. Basically, in the chambers that you are basically brought to, there are 3 smaller bedrooms attached to a larger living space, and you're basically ushered in, doors closed behind you. It is not locked. It is just closed from the hallway, essentially. At this point, yes, continue.
Ashlyn, before they close the door behind me, I have a question. I'm assuming it's one of the actual guards this time.
Yes.
Given that there's been an attempt on someone's life here, will we be getting our belongings back to defend ourselves?
The only ones that should be having weapons here at this point are the ones that are going to be prowling the grounds the entire night and then some, while making sure that those of you do not go off the estate or otherwise, and that if you do, you are to be subdued and brought back and brought in for questioning of why. Because at this
Excuse me,
point,
but
everyone is a suspect.
need I remind you on the victim?
Apparently, Discord completely lagged for a second there. Please repeat yourself.
Need I remind you that I was the one to counteract the poison?
Yes, and we are aware and thankful of what you did, and Calico, of course, is also thankful, but everyone currently is still a suspect until we figure anything out. It has been too soon, so everyone is being treated the same until we get something figured out. Standard protocol, not my decision. It was done by Mallory himself, as he believes that this is the best course of action if it was an attempt on his life. This is not the first time it's happened. This is not the first time we've run this procedure. When we see you in the morning, if everything is right as rain, and we have found the culprit, found the issue, found etc., you will get your equipment back. We'll get you out of here as soon as we can. But until then, sit tight. You can walk the halls. You can stay in the manor, but you do not go outside. There will be guards patrolling to keep track of things going on in here, and then, of course, across the estate.
Very well then.
And he closes the door. And you guys at this point will be taking a long rest. The only person who does not need to sleep 8 hours is Lindariel. So I ask you this question, Lindariel. Do you go snooping while everyone else is sleeping?
No.
You just stay in your room and chill?
Stay in the room and chill. Watch over my companions.
Very good. So, You would, of course, as the sun begins to rise and the golden rays begin to enter the very uh, overly shined window, casting chromatic aberrations across you, you would find that you and your companions would awake to the sound of songbirds chirping in the trees outside the manor, as well as the jangling of armor, as Gilderoy's guards would be patrolling around the hallway. But now, for some reason or another, you find that they are at your door. As a loud knock echoes throughout your chambers.
Tenebrae shuffles towards the
Lintario.
door and opens it up.
As the three of you kind of meander towards the center area, Tenebrae going in, opening the door, you are all rushed down by 24 guards. Each of you being pushed, shoved, careened, and kind of held at a certain point as the guards are all weapons drawn and holding the blades inches from your throat as one of them steps forward and says, Master Gilderoy seeks the pleasure of your company. You should come quietly. Wouldn't want there to be any more murders on the grounds.
And we would have come without the weapons.
Is this how you treat all of your guests?
Basically, what I'm looking for here is, do you all comply? Do you resist? Quips and such are fine, but if you do anything to push back against it, I just need to know.
I am complying.
Dariel's gonna come quietly.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. As the guards are all high, kind of holding you and moving you to the center of the room, you see Mallory Gilderoy himself appear in the room. As he steps to him, goes, enough, enough. The sound of your armor walking through my hallways is giving me a migraine, and you are being very obnoxious, Reginald, as he looks towards the lead guard that kind of stepped in, was talking to the three of you. Now, I don't think there's a need for violence, Reginald. I asked you simply to bring them to my chambers, but then, of course, the 26 sets of marching feet really made it hard to focus on anything when you sound like a bunch of trash cans rattling together. So, I just wanted to speak to them, to ascertain the whereabouts of the night before, not to hold them at knife points while you're being loud. Now, my dear guests, you are one of the few groups in this manor of mine that have the capability, the skills, the strengths, etc., minus the equipment and weapons that I know none of you have, to do this. There was a murder last night, and the only witness we've been able to find speaks that it was someone of your party, that it was one of you. A shape that matched either the description of one or the other. It's that I wish to ascertain why this is, and I don't want any more violence. So, I will ask that you simply come with me quietly so we can solve this issue. Otherwise, I'll have to assume the worst, and so will everyone else.
Thank you for this choice in the matter. We will come quietly.
I wish to face our accuser as well.
You will face the
I've
accuser in time. Lendarius, you were going to say something.
I have concerns about the existence of anyone who thinks that I, at this point, would harm one who is not of my own bloodline, considering my brother told everyone to call me Linda.
Yes, I am well aware that it may have been you, it may not have been, but I am taking facts as I see fit. They are also being under watch and kept close by in case something else is going on. But for now, please just come with me so that we can figure this out. Because Lady Dasher Arturo has been in my room all morning, screaming to the high heavens as of how irate she is. Oh, I don't know why I asked that sea wench to come here with her round ball of a fucking meatball husband. Which I guess I don't have to worry about that much anymore, as Arturo has been killed during the night. Now, frankly, if it was you, I'd be inclined to reward you, but that is, of course, off the record, and when my brain is not screaming to be released from my own skull. I'm not sure what she's so above worried about, because, to be honest, he was a brute. He was a brute, he was dim, he was loud and drunk all of the time, but you've been implicated in the crime, so if you would kindly come with me, and let's please go clear this all up.
Of course.
So be it.
Very good. He turns as he continues to rub his temples, leading you out of your room towards the Great Hall, where the celebration took place before, the ballroom / banquet room. And are willing to hear your side of the story, basically what you were doing, what you weren't doing, etc. As well as Lady Dasher Arturos is in there. And basically Gildor is looking to try and keep things civil, while there's essentially a quote-unquote mock trial, as all the information is basically put on the table over breakfast, as you were led to a large banquet table where there's plenty of food to be placed forward. You see a large spread of fruit and meats and pastries. Within the ballroom is Mallory's son Fletcher, flanked by several guards on the opposite side of the room, with her grandfather, Chief Indigo, as well as a full garrison of cutlass-wielding Arturo mercenaries, is Lady Fardasher Arturo. Her palms and clothes covered in dried blood. She eyes you all with disdain and a severe anger, as do each of the mercenaries at her command.
Did nobody offer to help that poor woman get cleaned up? They just let her stand there in dry blood.
Every time we've tried to get close to her, it's been swords and keel hauling and evisceration and hanging. It has been a absolute nightmare of dealing with that woman this morning. If she wants to stand in dried blood clothes like a god-forsaken heathen in my ballroom, then by all means, I'm not going to argue if it means I get a moment of peace and a shot of my finest ale to clear this god-forsaken migraine.
I feel you there, Lord.
That's certainly the truth in my book as well.
Ashlyn, I'm going to take a look at Lady Arturo and the collection of mercenaries that she has along with her. Are any of them bloody?
The mercenaries are not. Hess is dead, and the Lady Dasher is covered in it from arms, pants, shirt. The mercenaries just seem very upset.
Poor babies aren't getting paid then. Ain't that a shame? Looking, is the body there or?
No, the body was found elsewhere.
Okay.
So, as you're all sat at the table, as you continue looking over who is here, who is not here, what you're kind of picking up observations, you see that Lady Dasher Arturo steps forward as you're all basically sitting and being granted a chance to have a schmecken as their side of the story, their facts and information they have is laid out on the table. She goes, "Last night, I returned to our quarters and discovered both my husband and a strange woman covered in blood, their bodies mutilated beyond recognition. And these two," as she points at Lindariel and Tenebrae, "standing over their corpses. I tried to yell after them while also running towards my now deceased husband, and they ran, diving out the window and into the night. I tried to save my husband, but I was too late. His friend was dead too. I don't blame her. He was a rotten man, but he was taken from me, and we will get to the bottom of why. So, why did you kill my husband?" And that is where we end the session for tonight.
What? Lady, I don't even know
I
you.
don't even get to defend myself.
You will. It's just we're not doing it right this instant.
Wing.
Wah!
Wing.
Wah! I'm an angry Cassie. Wah! Wah! Thank you. That was not all me. That it was partially from the Game Master's Book of Random Encounters, done by Jeff Ashworth. If you are looking for something that has great material, great encounters, great one-shots, that is the book to go get. I got it like $20 at Joann's. Fantastic buy. I love it. So if you're ever looking for something to pick up to really kind of help you with running fun things in 5e and having a lot of random tables to kind of play with stuff, also pick that up, as well as the Astonishing Random Tables by the same person. Again, as someone who's been doing this for 2 decades, it's amazing. It's great. It should be in everyone's bookshelf if you're going to be doing TTRPGs. Twin. He had it coming. He was a son of a bitch. Fuck. Because it is a little bit later, we are going to do a very, 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 very quick breaky downy so that all of us can go about our nights, wherever that may take you, and so on. So we'll start with Heather. Uppy downies, breaky uppies.
No breakups.
The switch up between who the characters were was a really nice touch. Honestly, beyond that, interested to see where this is going to go. It has a very Clue-like feel to it, and I'm totally here for that.
Wonderful. All right. Cassie Wassy. Linda.
I want to defend myself against this woman's accusations because the only thing I did to her husband was get him more drunk.
And you'll have that chance next week.
Meh.
Anything else, Cass? Or are you ready to defend yourself?
I'm mad that my constant tests of Ashlyn's gayness are being ignored.
skill issue. It's just Karlak all over again. You're gonna have to accept it.
I know. I've
only
been
also
princess zoned.
It's also session 5. We'll see. Season 2 may get better. And last but surely not least, Mr. Tenebrae.
I'm really enjoying this. I like a puzzle box with a lot of moving parts, and it's really scratching an itch. I love this kind of thing.
Awesome. I love to hear it. I love
The
that you
two
got to be here
clerics
to
have been
enjoy it.
accused of murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Weird, ain't it? What a weird time to be alive. Yeah. My uppy downy breaky sideways was, I feel like this is going to be a fun little tangent because it's just a filler episode while we're going into the next area, just because there's not a lot of pressure to it. It's Dreamland, out of character. You're all having a combined dream, blah, 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 that happens before the events of the current campaign. So it's all funny ha-has and a terrible night for cuz. Nah. Nah. Yeah, I'm liking this. I don't get to use these books often. So when I do get to use them, I love using them. Also, Heather, the story you were giving, I really want you to finish it, but I was like, the amount of detail you're giving me, I was like, oh god, she's just gonna keep going. It's a great fucking story. I'm here for every fucking second of it, but I was like, we gotta move the story along. Like you earned your 10 gold pieces here. Like you blew them the fuck away with it.
This is what happens when you ask another GM to tell a story.
Uh-huh. Cass was convinced it was the Mimic Museum story.
It is.
I don't remember people dying in the Mimic Museum.
People die in Herman.
Hey, it's called fucking Flair.
Fair. That's why I was like, is it a Mimic Museum like this? And then you were like, I found that I went to find the novice and he was bit in half, and then someone lost their arm. I was like, I don't remember that kind of shit happening in that campaign. That was like a PG-13 campaign. There was
Bitch. Welcome to one of mine.
We die in a day.
That's fair. That's completely fair. It was just one of those, I recognize the setup, I don't recognize what happened. But yes, no, it was very good. Very good.
This was the remaster.
The R-rated remaster done by Guillermo del Toro. Exactly. Perfect. Love it. I'm here for it. Yeah. Otherwise, I liked it. I like giving you guys, out of the most of the one-shots in here, this one is very fun. Because it is very clue-like. And I know what the full story is, and it's going to be great when you find it. Because next session will continue. Vaughn will appear magically. Don't ask questions about it.
I'm asking questions.
Don't ask questions about it.
I'm asking questions.
Don't ask questions about it.
I'm not good at following instructions. I'm asking questions.
All right, ask questions about it.
What the fuck?
But yes. So we'll continue this next session. Vaughn will jump in, and you guys will continue defending yourselves against the accusations of the lady, and then we'll probably wrap it all up. And then the following session we'll go back to regularly scheduled program. So
Heck yeah.
Well, we got that going for us. So we got a little bit of clue next session, and then we go back to our finding the Blight Piper and all that kind of happy stuff. So with that, of course, I am Grim of Grim Hour Productions. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this, and being here on this little journey with us. Without you, the viewers, this would not be possible, and without my players, it would definitely be very awkward, me trying to run a session with an empty few chairs. So, of course, if you haven't already, please go and follow and talk with, ask questions, go see their content. Currently, Heather has not streamed in a little bit, but we're getting ready for a revamp. Is that right? Getting ready to shake the rust off.
Yeah, got a model update coming down the pipeline soon. TM.
So keep an eye out for that because, of course, that is going to be quite a fun time. And then, of course, we have Miss Castle Rose playing Linda.
I'm coming off hiatus on the 4th. Yay!
Yes, they're coming out of hiatus next month, which is very good because they've also been doing a lot of good work on their own model and their rigs and their layout and everything else. It's going to be very, very fun. I've been working with them on a few pieces and I've been watching their progress. I'm very excited to see it all kind of come to fruition in that sense. So look for both Heather and Cass to become more active in the coming weeks as they both kind of shake the rust off and return to the fray. It's going to be fantastic to watch them be absolute goobers with their new models and new designs. And then, of course, we have Twinberry, who most of you should know. And if you don't, you should definitely go follow his own stuff. He is hilarious. He's smart. He's very intelligent when it comes to things. He recently played Blueprints, and that was a wonderful time to watch him go through that. He is a Earth Dragon VTuber and is fantastic to watch. He works with a few of our other VTuber friends, Green Marimo, Lizard Juice, to name a few. Go check him out.
Where?
Where?
Wow.
And he is, of course, playing Tenebrae, the Grave Cleric, which, as a Kenku, I love it. I love that flavor that's in the game. But yes, of course, that is all we have for tonight. Oh, you son of a bitch. You got me right at the end. All right, fine. We're going to fucking...
Be the throat goat you were always meant to be.
Can't shake me when I'm doing it. I know you were trying to do, Twin. I was listening. But yes, that is all we have for tonight. So we're going to go ahead and pick a raid target and get everyone out of here so we all go enjoy.
Yeah? Gonna enjoy motorboating there?
Jeez. Y'all are nuts and I love it here. But yes, as of course, please join us next Friday for more funny stuff for D&D. And also keep an eye out for any new stuff. I was peer pressured into having a throne. I have that now. There is nothing on it. Don't buy me a fucking thing or I'll find you. Secondly, the book has been out for 3
Time to
weeks.
start suggesting dildos.
I turn that shit the fuck off because I'm not getting... No. Bad cast. I will only turn that back on if someone convinces me otherwise, but we're not getting into that right now. This is not the site for it. We'll talk about it off stream. Secondly, the book's been out for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. I've been very happy with it. We have about 15 books in book sales. I don't think it tells me how many ebooks have been bought because that's not what it works on. It tells me physical copies, which is fine. People have read a bunch, which is perfect, and I love it. I'm waiting. A bunch of the friends have received their own copy, so I'm waiting for everyone to start giving me feedback. Everyone has been loving it so far from those who I've talked to. I have the 15 author copies I have that I'm currently going to be getting ready to get signed, notes, stickers that I'll be hand making and putting in there as well. Getting ready to ship out.
The sauce.
Yes, I will send you the sauce as well.
Nice house.
Getting that all sent out. I have to start doing like custom covers and sketches, all that shit, but that will go over the next couple weeks. And then I will reach out to everyone individually who I need to ship this to, because there are a bunch of them I will be seeing in October. So I'll just hang on to it till then, unless they want me to ship it. Otherwise I'll reach out to everyone individually about it. Yeah, past that, go read the book, go have fun, go enjoy yourselves, and then of course have yourselves a wonderful night. We're going to be raiding into we're gonna go raid into Donnie because Donnie is doing he doesn't do 18 plus streams very often. He is
Oh no.
he is a good
No.
farmer boy. I love him to death. He's a fantastic individual, but he has an alternate persona that's not Donnie Dinosaur, which is
Is the
called
duck?
It's the Duck. If you don't know
Oh
about the
my
duck,
god.
you're going to learn about the duck tonight. The duck is out, the duck is wild, and the duck is having fun, which is what happens when he does his 18 plus streams. He's currently playing Monster Prom 4 MonsterCon as the duck, and is giving out free, degradation and other things as he's trying to honk the clown. So we're gonna go watch that happen. And yeah,
Ooh.
if you haven't caught up with any of the sessions, the archives is on YouTube with the same title as the channel that you are here, where you can go and check out last campaigns, previous sessions, etc. And of course, you can join the Discord by anytime you're in. You're here in the chat. You can !point Discord. It will give you the link, and you can go there. But with that, we're going to start the raid, and then we will see all of you lovely people later. So much for being here. So much for being a part of this. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Be safe, nerds.
Ah.